All right, everyone. So if you're a fan of Warner Brothers, I think you're going to be excited by this. So the title of this IGN article is Warner Bros. CEO name checks Batman as part of its new video game focus. So is another Arkham game in the works at Rocksteady. After admitting its video game business is substantially underperforming its potential right now, Warner Bros. Has said it plans to double down on four key titles, name checking Batman in particular. 2024 has been a brutal year for Warner Brothers games, with Rocksteady's Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League failure sparking a $2 million hit to revenue, and then Smash Bros. Style brawler Multiverse flopping to the tune of $100 million. That's a total write-down of over $300 million in Warner Bros. Games business so far in 2024, and it doesn't look like the company has a game coming out anytime soon that will reverse the trend. So what's the plan? During a financial call, Warner Brothers CEO David Zaslav said that on the game side of things, the company plans to double down on just four titles and significantly reduce the number of video games it releases in the process. Those games are Hogwarts Legacy, Mortal Kombat, Game of Thrones, and DC, in particular, Batman. Zaslav added, "We are through some of the worst, and it hasn't been pretty on the gaming business, but we have four games that are really powerful and have real constituency and love them. And we're going to focus on those four primarily. We're going to go away from trying to launch 10, 12, 15, 20 different games. I think we have a real chance now with focus to the gaming business be steadier. We have four strong and profitable game franchises with loyal global fans: Hogwarts Legacy, Mortal Kombat, Game of Thrones, and DC, in particular Batman. We are focusing on our development efforts on those core franchises with proven studios to improve our success ratio." So we read a little bit of the IGN article, including quotes from Zaslav. So look, if you're a fan of these games, this is exciting. Okay. I think this is what a lot of people have been calling for. And, nobody really wanted Suicide Squad. People wanted another Arkham game. That's what they wanted. I actually was kind of excited for Suicide Squad, and I know it was, very repetitious and there were problems with it, but I like that kind of stuff anyways. But you could still say, hey, I actually had fun with it, and also point out it wasn't a very good game if you're looking at objective standards. I think those two things could be true at once, that people can have fun with kind of a repetitious game or a game that, just as you're just going around doing these same objectives over and over again, killing the same kind of enemies, and still think objectively it's not a very good game, But I think there is some truth to, look, you have the titles you like, and people love Hogwarts Legacy. People love the Arkham games. You don't have to go away from them. You can continue to make them stronger and continue to add new things to them, whether it's through DLC and stuff like that. Now, the truth of the matter is, too, I actually don't think that Suicide Squad or Multiverse were exactly bad ideas. I just think they were put together in a bad way, especially Suicide Squad. It's like, you could have gone away from the Arkham games and just said, we're going to try something new. But the problem is you kind of gave people something that they didn't even want. You could have tried to make a Suicide Squad type game that included the Batmans of the world, the Supermans of the world. I mean, there are other game franchises that you could still do that don't mean that you just have to make what people want. That was the big problem leading up to Suicide Squad, was that people, if you watch YouTube videos, you go on social media, people were just like, the problem is nobody wanted this game. There are so many other things you could do. You think back to like a Marvel game like Ultimate Alliance, that just had all of these, whether it's Spider-Man or, Venom and Fantastic Four, you had all of the Iron Man was in there. You had all of these Marvel characters. And it's like the beauty of a game like Ultimate Alliance is you have all of the characters that you want to see are in that game. When you have something like Suicide Squad, not only is it live service, right? So it's live service, which nobody wanted. It's it's just a style of game that people are tired of. But it's also with the Suicide Squad members, who I had no problem with the characters. I thought some of them were cool, but those aren't the characters people wanted to see. I mean, that's kind of the issue. So, it's not necessarily that they have to just focus on the ones they like, although I do think that might be a good strategy. I think the problem is when you did get creative, when you did kind of go outside of what you've been normally doing, you didn't give that, you just didn't give people what they wanted. Nobody was asking for this stuff. And with Multiverse, I played it a little bit and it was fun, but it just didn't capture to me what makes like a Super Smash Bros. Great, right? It just didn't capture that, and I think it's good that they're, I think you could still attempt to make that one work. I mean, it was just kind of a bungled launch to begin with, but obviously Suicide Squad, I guess the verdict's out. People don't like it. That's it. But lock in now, right? Make Hogwarts Legacy. Everyone loved that. You can continue to do things with that, and I don't know if they're making a second game or if they're going to add DLC to the one they have, but you can keep going with that. With Batman, make another Arkham game, and you could put it in a new setting, figure out what you're going to do, and I'm sure people will love it. So I think this is great news for everybody who's a fan of these big name games from them, and it's a sign that the fact that they didn't succeed, the fact that these games did not succeed, is making them change course. So thank you all for watching.